Okay, I'm gonna try and sit here and talk and just be normal instead of be like a YouTube person right now and just talk because I feel like there's something on my heart that I want to share. I'm just not 100% sure what it is. But yeah, I guess something that's been coming up for me since having recently. Oh man, I just don't want to say, like, I feel like there's this block here because I don't want to get too vulnerable here on YouTube if it's gonna end up making people see me in a certain way. I know that that's not how I want to do things in life. I really want to show up genuinely and be real and not curated, but be real so that people can see and hear that I am real, that I'm just like them. I'm not special. I'm not curated. But yeah, there's this. I wanna stop the video and I wanna start over because I don't. I want to be eye catching. I want to be curated. I want to seem like I know what I'm talking about, but in reality, I don't know what I don't know, which is a lot. And if you're new here, my name is Madeline, and I am just a run of the mill person who has lost 123 pounds, and it took many years for me to lose the first half of it. And that was pretty much like basically, so the story goes like this. I joined a recovery program and I started cutting out sugar, and I was so hooked on like sugar-free stuff at the time. But that still helped me lose some weight, like 20 pounds or something. My highest weight is 288 pounds. And so I was like around 168, and after doing that, but that didn't feel like a long-term solution for me to cut out the sugar, and I didn't work the program really at all. But then I started getting desperate. I would search for online gurus and online solutions and people who knew what they were talking about and people who did this before. And I could not, I mean, I would try so many things and I felt like nothing worked for me. And so in 2023, I found this program, another food addiction recovery program. And I started it. And I think in like the first 10 months that I was in that program, I lost 114 pounds. And then I relapsed like really bad. And I relapsed in my abstinence in that program, and I could not get back to my abstinence for 6 months. And then I got abstinent again, and going down that path, I had a lot of grief and I had a lot of fear. And I guess what I kind of started this video and felt like sheepish about is as I continue to lose weight, I kind of come up against this barrier, not a barrier, but just a hurdle of being more attractive to a broader amount of people in this world, and feeling like that attraction is threatening to me. And so I was buried in grief. An anniversary came around, and I was also feeling threatened by feeling more and more attractive. And so these are like things I feel like people don't really talk about when it comes to not using food addictively, losing weight. That like there are certain repercussions that feel almost insurmountable sometimes, such as what do you do when your grief is way too big and you want to stop grieving but you can't, and you used to use food to stop grieving every single time, or you use that to throttle. My battery's almost dead. Use that to throttle your grief, but now you can't, or you won't. And then also with the getting, feeling more and more attractive to other people, what do you do then, right? And there's just so many questions. Sorry, let me just leave this here. Okay. There's so many hurdles to overcome. I did end up relapsing at that time after 4 months of abstinence, and I relapsed for 8 months, gained back a lot of weight, had a tiny 2-month abstinence stint in this program, and then I left it in the summer of 2025. And I found intuitive eating, and that felt like it was working for me. The only problem is that intuitive eating would only help me so far in what I really needed. I need so much more than just to lose weight. I really need support and community, and I need a connection with my higher power, to feel like I'm not spiritually dying and mentally, physically. Like, I need the whole solution. And for me, that's why I returned back to this program 6 months ago. And I have been in this program 6 months. For 6 months, my starting weight in October was 225 pounds. And now I weigh 165 pounds 6 months later, 60 pounds down. And that is no short of a miracle. It's been a miracle for me. And I would, if anyone's struggling, like, I wish I could just reach through the phone and give that person a hug and tell them that no matter what, if they don't give up, they will get through this. And there is a solution on the other side. They just can't see it yet. And I really felt that so strongly as I've been coming out of this like darkness into this light. And maybe what I do is extreme, but really it was an extreme life for me to lead, living in like this deep delusion and disbelief of what's the reality for me. For me, eating one bite of flour or sugar, it sets off a cascade of cravings, and I cannot stop it no matter what. And so I'm left with the devastation of just one action, which is so similar to how an alcoholic feels with alcohol and a drug addict feels with drugs. If they take one drink, if they take one drug, then it sets up a cascade that is unstoppable. And that's my reality with food. And the crazy thing is like, I'm actually really, really grateful to know that now, because in the past I was in such a dark place that I would try and do anything to try and lose the weight. And I think now I really see it as a gift that I wanted to lose weight so badly, because I've now found this more holistic solution. If you're struggling, go to Google and search food addiction recovery program. And you can find online communities. There's in-person meetings, but there's also so many online communities that will help you, and you'll be guided to the right place too, just like I was. I really believe that. I believe that there's a guiding force in the universe. And yeah, I've gone on and on. If you've watched this whole video, I hope that you're okay, because if you're listening to me right now, you're probably also very desperate, which is a good thing because it means that you're searching for a solution. And if I hadn't been desperate in the past, I would have never continued to look for solutions. But eventually I did find a solution. Obviously, I only have 6 months of relief or like solution time, but it feels more grounded in reality than it ever has before. And I feel grateful that I just have to do it one day at a time. I really just have to live one day at a time. That is the beauty of the reality of life, is we only have one day. So I hope that you have a good day. I hope that you follow here if you feel inspiration, but even more so, just go and take action. Go and look up a food addiction recovery program and be guided. Open up your mind to the possibility that you could be guided somewhere that would have long-term solutions for you. So, okay, this is Madeline, and I will talk to you in another video. Bye.